Hey, what is up YouTube? I'm Ruben DZ in A to Z. I'm in charge of mixing and mastering, and in this video I'm gonna show you this new feature by ControlHub plugin, which is that you can trace your own chains and compressors. And I'm very excited for this because I've been beta testing this for quite a bit, and this thing is amazing. I'm sure you will love it. So what I did here was a little quick mixing with these drums from Napoleon. Shout out to them. And this is my regular mixing process, more or less, because this has no context. I don't have any other instruments right now in this session, so this is just, I did the original mixing and all replaced with ControlHub with the traces. I will show you how to do one trace for the plugin. So this is what it sounds like with my processing. Amazing performance. This is what it sounded without. This was recorded, I believe, in the studio where it normally goes, the Middle Farm Studios. They sound awesome already, but with that little extra processing, they sound amazing. All real drums, no samples at all. And this is the version with the ControlHub traces on kick, snare, overheads, spots, room, all those tracks except the slam that I didn't even process on the original one. As you can tell, they sound very similar. I would say that I even prefer the ControlHub because it has a bit more weight, like it's more like tape or saturated, more or less, that you can control either way when with the plugin with these controls. This is one of my favorite modules for the plugin, and I always tweak it a bit, always. So I had to tweak. I tweaked this when I did the trace and added a bit more bass and tape and tube saturations, so that's why maybe it sounds a bit different, but the character is there. I would totally use this everywhere, all the time. What I did on the kick was literally just this gate from Black Sat Audio. I will do another video on it. Some light EQ, removing a bit of boxiness and a bit of low end, and just compressor from one of my favorite compressors. Shout out to Eddie from AiiZ Audio. This thing is amazing. Of course, if I play the good tracks. So yeah, now I will compare the two kicks on their own, so you can see how they sound very, very similar. This is with all the plugins, and this is just with ControlHub. It's basically literally the same character, the same sound, but this one has a bit more saturation because of the module in ControlHub. But this is amazing. I mean, replacing all this chain with just one plugin. It's recommended that you don't use a gate before doing the trace because it would affect the algorithm. So that's why I have the silencer on this track as well. But all the processing, all the compression, all the EQ, it's been done here. Again, the original track. It's basically amazing. Now I will guide you through the process of doing one trace. I chose this one, for example, the room close. I already have the trace done here, but I will do a new one right here. So basically what you have to do is go to the tracer tab and then just click on complete signal chain, because I'm doing a complete signal chain, not just a compressor, it's more things, and I want also the distortion from it. Then what you have to do is locate this tracer tone, which is basically you have to load in your session, that it's literally right here. This is the tone that you have to carry around and render the processing. It sounds like this on its own. Some weird noises and stuff. If you have used a Kemper before, this is basically what it reminds me of that sound. This is used to capture all the nuances of the sound and the EQ and everything, to then replace it. What you have to do is load this tracer tone in the tracks that you're using. Here it was with the snare, and then you render out this tone. And when you have it rendered, you have to click here on import, and then this is the one that I did with the room close. It starts analyzing the audio. Good, we are good on headroom. If not, it would tell you to lower or raise the gain on the render that you did. Then click on proceed, and as this is a stereo file, I will do a stereo trace. And basically you will see that it's very, very fast. It would take like 20-30 seconds at most. And you will see that the result is amazing. We're almost there. I can't wait to see what people do with this plugin, because this will be an ever-growing collection of every piece of gear, every subtle chain that you have, everything that can be replaced with just one plugin. This is amazing to share with your friends, to share with everyone. This is a game changer, I think. Okay, almost there. And done. Then you click save, you put it on your folder or whatever folder you want. Even you can create new folder as well. I will call this one room AiiZ, just for the example. Then on drums, color stressor, dist 2, because it's the mode I was using. Kive stressor, master EQ, it was Claro, and I would say aim for 3-4 dB of gain reduction, because it was more or less what it was hitting. Then you click on save, and you have it here, your own trace. And now we will compare how it sounded before with the original mix, and then after with the trace. This is the original one. This is a bit lower in volume. Let me raise it a bit. I will raise it here. So yeah, what do you think about this? Because I'm impressed, because it sounds basically the same. Again, I would argue that ControlHub plugin sounds a bit better because of the low end bump that it has, because I love low end, everyone loves low end, and this is just a subtle saturation that has like built in. Don't know if you notice it, because sometimes when you just load the plugin, it already sounds a bit different, like a bit saturated, and I think it's because this module is on all the time and it has a little bit of coloration. And yeah, so I think this sounds amazing. You can find your presets right here on your folders. And what I will do right now is just upload to Trace Exchange. Okay, uploaded successfully. Then you go in the Trace Exchange, and here you can see all of the plugins, all of the plugins or most plugin chains that people loaded in the Trace Exchange. Here you have the ones that Lance Prince did, some of Will Podney as well from Sony, and you can basically download any one of these, put it in the folder you want, and that's it. You will have it here as well. If it's a compressor, it will be right here. And one last example I wanted to show you was a complete mastering chain, because this was I don't know if anyone did it before, but I always use several ControlHub instances in my mastering chain, and I wanted to try to replicate those with just one plugin. This was a bit tricky as well, because this one had a limiter and a clipper, and I wanted to test how it would sound with all this in one plugin. So I did the same. I loaded this, I rendered out the track with all the processing on, and created a trace. I don't even know if I tweaked anything about it. I don't think so. So this was from the latest Bloody Pineapples album, and with the original mastering chain that I did for that, and then I will just put in and out the original one and the ControlHub one. This one I had to gain it a bit with the limiter to be more level match with the original one, but I don't know about you guys, but I think this sounds insane. Like, again, I would argue that this trace sounds even better than the original mastering chain, even though they are just plugins. This has a little bit more like mojo or saturation to it, that especially it's more present in the low end. I don't know, this for me, it's amazing that you can just replace all your processing with just one plugin. It's just amazing. So yeah, I'll end up the video here, and if you like it, I can load all of these into the Trace Exchange, and I can do a lot more with your suggestions. So peace out.